Well, do you know what? It sounds like a big room, a lot of audience we have here. Good.
Quality.
And I've been working all year, just to say that really quickly, so there's no kind of like lulling before the amazing start. Hi, Gareth. Thanks for joining. Lovely. Good. So yeah, we have our Thursday evening frenzy with our acts. Got 2 amazing acts, and then our final act of improv. So stick around.
2 amazing acts, and then our final one. Love it. That's exactly it.
They're all amazing. It's going to be a hoot. It's going to be a hoot. I don't know why I'm saying a hoot, but we have Mark. Guys, there are more people to join us. So thank you, Mark, for joining us. He's coming into the room. Look how
hello, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Now I feel like I should have written some puns. But no, it's we are sort of coming to hopefully, well, a world where we will not be wearing masks. That's is this going to happen? And it's weird because I've actually kind of got used to a world with people wearing masks. You know, I got quite used to sort of trying to figure out who told me to fuck off on the tube. I'm gonna be like guessing. Looking like a paranoid person. Because there's quite fun. I'm gonna miss sort of the movie of that. And just clearly see who it is when it happens. For some, this is a afternoon gig. So thank you for afternoon and in the morning. 2:30. Yes, good.
Anna, can you hear? It sounds like Mark's building something there for a second. You're moving around. Your mic's great.
I should just stop talking.
Improvising a set.
Improvising.
He's building a set.
Yes, what?
He's building a set. Yeah.
Yes. Now I'm curious in what he is building. It looks like he's built himself a chair. Very good chair. I like this.
Just put the computer higher up.
Here's the top search result.
Yes, top search results to hire a computer. Not hire like hire to buy, but to hire. Yeah, there. Yeah. So good. Well, this is nice, isn't it? Some people might say that, you know, if they want forgiveness for things, they might go to church and, you know, ask God for forgiveness. Not if you're an MP, you just go to Boris and hope you hear those special words, matter closed.
Indulgence granted.
Yes. And yes, okay, Hancock, he's getting a bit of a hard time. There was articles saying, oh, no, don't give him such a hard time. And Boris was saying, it's an issue, you know, with the Westminster bubble. Yes, a Westminster bubble, I say. So what does that mean? Hashtag in-house orgy, Boris. Where are you going with this? I feel like, you know, sad to be excluded. Not at all. I wouldn't want an in-house orgy. Did anyone, I don't know if anyone's grabbed a jab this week, but what I'm saying to you, when I hear, you know, you've got grab a jab, it's just kind of, for me, the only time I really heard the word grab is, you know, grab a bum, you know, it was kind of a sexy word. And they just trying to, you know, they've been giving freebies out so people get jabs and things like that. Now they're trying to make the jab sexy. Grab a jab. It's not sexy. And it's not really grabbing, is it? It's more venturing and, you know, sort of maybe messaging a mate saying, if you don't hear from me in a couple of days, it's a long grab.
But grab a jab's better than grab a little prick.
And I think somebody had to say that, Mark.
I don't know why, yeah, or how, yeah.
I'm so glad that you've built your computer that way, so I can clearly hear and see you say that. Yeah, grab a little prick, yeah, it's just isn't it? Anyway, let's proceed. With our first act. It's really lovely to have him back, and he's looking very healthy. So this is nice to see him looking well. So let's have a round of applause in the Zoom room for our Goldberg.
Yes.
How is everyone?
Good.
Speaking of little pricks, Bill Cosby's out of prison. That's good. right? What else is happening in the news? Did you hear about this guy who got swallowed by a whale last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got swallowed by a whale and the whale spit him up. You know, at first I thought, this guy is really lucky. But then I said to myself, he's not lucky. He couldn't even get a whale to swallow, for God's sake. Oh, man, so we're not wearing masks here. It's so exciting. I won't have tan lines on my face this summer. I am really excited. Let me just tell you a little bit about my name in case you don't know. I used to have a first name. It was Pride Month just ended. I came out to my family. It did not go well. They did not take it well at all. It's surprising because my cousin came out. He came out transgender. They were so nice to him. I came out Orthodox Jewish, and they what the hell is that on your head? Put us back a generation. What is wrong with you? I mean, even my wife didn't take it well. She said, "You want me to give up lobster for you? What are you crazy?" She said, "Why did you come out a woman? You already had bigger tits than me." You know, a lot of Jews, they want to they work hard. They want to be a doctor. I'm a very lazy Jew. I married a doctor. And I learned this recently, and this is some advice for you people. The words, "my wife is a doctor," can get you anything. I went to the department store. I needed a fridge, and they said, "We can't deliver it for 2 weeks." I said, "No, excuse me. My wife is a doctor." That damn thing came here the next day. So weird. I mean, I don't even know Anna. I've never seen her. I've never been on a show with her. I texted her and said, "My wife is a doctor." My daughter is studying to be a doctor, and she got really grossed out. She did her first prostate exam the other day. Her first one. Thankfully, I didn't have to pay a copay for that exam.
Oh no! Saving money.
He hates that joke. What else is going on? How long do I have, Anna? How long is the time?
You've got a few more minutes. You'll say.
Yeah, I got about 6 minutes. You know, you think 6 minutes is a short period of time. It's a long ass time. It's my entire sex life since 2001. I mean, the doctor says, you know, you're at the age where maybe you should stop experimenting with sex, you know? So he prescribed Viagra for me. I took it once, not to have sex. I was at a party. I had nowhere to hang my coat. And then he said,
Is that true?
having sex in public. My wife and I are having sex in public. She had the most incredible orgasm at Kohl's. It's a department store. Kohl's, the department store. I didn't touch her or anything. Everything was 40% off, so she went crazy. But let me tell you, I can't wait to go back to concerts. Can't wait. You know, I used to go to concerts. I used to bring my drugs, my pop, my acid. I got my Grateful Dead tickets for the summer. I'm going to bring my drugs, my Motrin, my Maalox, my children's aspirin just in case. The doctor says, "Oh, you're at the age where you have to get children's aspirin just in case you think you're having a heart attack." I have taken a bottle of this every day during this pandemic. Ridiculous. And can you believe it? Can you believe this damn pandemic has lasted this long? Can you believe it? I'm sorry, this didn't come from China. Nothing made in China lasts this long. I've been here. My hearing is bad, so they said when they said flatten the curve, I thought they said fatten the curve. I ate everything in sight. I gained 40 pounds. So someone said, "Oh, you gotta hire a personal trainer. You know, that's the only way you're gonna lose your weight." So I hired a personal trainer. He told me, ride a bicycle every day. I've been riding a bicycle every day for 2 months. I gained 4 pounds. I wasted all this money on a personal trainer and an electric bike. All right, but listen, this may be the last time you see me because I signed a big time movie deal. I am so psyched. Big time movie deal. Superheroes are really big. They have the Black Panther. They have the Wonder Woman. They even have a transgender superhero. They even have a Protestant superhero. I don't know if you know. It's called the Wasp. I will be the new Jewish superhero called the Jewish Kvetch. And my superpower is I make the villains feel so guilty. Go ahead, Jack. Destroy the universe. See if I care. Just know you're breaking your mother's heart. You, Gareth, we worked, we slaved, we sent you to college, we sent you to med school, and you become an evil doctor? What is wrong with you? Oh, look at you, Kajol. Flying from planet to planet with those fancy schmancy flying machines, destroying all life forms. That you have time for, but to visit your parents you have no. It's coming out in the spring. Please come see it. But let me just tell you something. You know, everyone's so mean to each other. Everyone thinks they know everything. You know, it's like I asked my doctor, my wife, all these questions about coronavirus, and you know what she says? I don't know. I don't know. It's a new disease. I don't know. I said, what the hell good are you? The doctor doesn't know, but the barista at Starbucks has all the answers. I just want to tell you just a sweet story of someone who was so kind to me. I parked my car in the supermarket, and it was raining and sleeting, and I parked all the way back because I didn't want to get involved with people. And I got to the front and I realized I left my mask in the car. I'm sure this has happened to you. I left my mask in the car. And I literally broke down. I just started to cry. I broke down and started to cry. The guy comes out, he says, "What's the matter, man?" I said, "I left my mask in the car. I got to walk all the way down there in the snow and the sleet. I just can't take it anymore." You know what this kind guy did? He took his own mask off his face and gave it
so
to me.
sweet.
Be like that guy. And I haven't gotten COVID. Be like that guy. Stay funny. Stay safe. Thank you.
God bless you. You're brilliant.
Brilliant.
Mask in the car. That's what they all say, isn't it? Lovely. So your wife being a doctor, is it? I mean, I don't know how it works. Does it, in the sense that is she allowed to sort of treat and prescribe you things, or I don't know if it's too personal to ask? Because I know, like, if someone's a heart surgeon, they can't really do heart surgery on a
No, that was why I married her, because I thought she could prescribe me things, but no, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I found that out afterwards.
Yeah. I was just curious. And with the whale, I heard that well, that's an insane thing, isn't it, to be swallowed up by a whale? I mean, people have scars. Like, hey, this scar I got because I got bitten by a shark. But you know, when someone, what's he gonna say? You know, if he goes on a date, what's the response gonna be? Yeah, I got swallowed up by a whale. Yeah, right. No one's going to believe that. Good. My jokes are doing really well this evening. I think we should carry on. Thank you, Jack, for keeping on laughing with a little emoji. I love it. Let's have it. Our next act tonight's really quite light tonight. So let's keep it going for Kajol. It's lovely to be back.
Yes. Woo.
Okay, so I'm in Mumbai, India. And before the pandemic, I decided to learn kayaking. Now in Mumbai, we are on the sea. So we've got open sea kayaking. And you just land up and you pay $100. And I thought they teach me. They don't. They just give you a kayak and put you into it. And they let you go out into the ocean. but no one ever drowns because on the same ocean, exactly just about 10 feet away from where you board your kayak, is a big pipe where all the sewage of Mumbai drains into the sea. And that is a great motivation for staying on your kayak. No one's ever fallen off. So, people speak a lot about the fish of Mumbai, like the fried fish of Mumbai. And now you know what they eat. So, except once a year, we feed them. We have a festival here called Ganpati, where we immerse idols of God into the sea. So our fish get a bite of heaven and hell. Okay, it's kind of nice. So I just did the kayaking once because I could not tolerate the idea of floating in sewage. After that, I stick to my building pool because I like to bathe in the piss of people I know. Now, putting a pool into an Indian apartment complex is the cruelest thing you can do to Indians because our cuisine doesn't really give us bikini bodies. So, but if you put a pool into an apartment complex and you charge people 8,000 a month to, use it, they will use it. So you have all of these Indians, overweight, nicely round Indians, buying swimming costumes, which are really long. So the men have swimming costumes right to their knees, and the women have these little skirts attached to their swimming costumes. People think it's religious. It's not. It's just carbs, right? You don't want that being seen.
Funny.
Now, I live in a high-rise building. In Mumbai, even an 8th-floor building is a high-rise building because any building which you can see a small little sliver of sunset out of, and you can take a picture of it and put it on your Instagram and caption it, "Nature, the world's greatest artist." That's elite Mumbai. So in my building, we actually have, I don't know if you had this concept there, we actually have 2 different elevators, one for the maids and one for the people. Do you all have something like that there?
You got that, Anna? One for the maid and one for the people? You in your building, Anna?
Yeah.
You'll do? Okay,
No.
I thought, okay, this is such a typical Indian thing, So people like me have like the elite lift just for us. And we kind of go up and down tweeting about social justice and equality. Okay, it's kind of weird. Now I'm going to be taking my jab on Saturday, my vaccine. India has 2 vaccines. One has been made by us in-house, that is called Covaxin. And it's kind of like India's national bird, the peacock, because people who take it can't fly very far either. So there's no possibility of getting out of the country. In fact, Red Bull even has this, Red Bull would probably modify its tagline for India, Red Bull gives you wings domestically. Because there's no, it's not approved by the European Union. So y'all won't be taking Indian vaccines anytime soon, but I believe y'all have had experience of our variants, which we come out with new ones ever so often. The good thing about Indian vaccines is that they are now free for everyone. And to compensate, petrol is now at 100 rupees a liter. So while some of us can fly abroad, none of us can drive very far. So we're kind of just stuck at home. Now, I can't wait for the lockdown to get over because I want to reconnect with all my exes on Tinder. No, there's a reason for it. The same men who couldn't bring a condom along ever now want to date vaccinated women. And I want to apply for that. And I'd say, yes, I'm vaccinated. And then I want to reach for the date and be like, no, baby, I'm not vaccinated. But none of the men I've slept with have ever got COVID. Trust me, no? And I'll be like, don't worry. The moment I feel a sneeze coming on, I'll just pull back 7 feet. I'm good at that. So recently, I had gone for a comedy gig that we recently opened up during our waves. And no one respects comedians too much here. So I got a bottle of coffee as my payment for the gig. And on my way home, when I was coming back in a cab, I thought I'd do something nice. So I leaned forward and I asked the cab driver in Hindi, I said, would you like to have some coffee? He thought I was hitting on him. So there was this awkward silence while he kept driving. And I suddenly wondered, oh my God, have I said the wrong thing? But the thing is, my Hindi, I don't know enough Hindi to rectify the situation. So I just had to hang in there until he turned to me and said, Madam, I have some work today. It won't be possible. So it just made me think that we put so much pressure on coffee. The moment you ask someone out for coffee, people assume it's a date. And I don't even drink coffee. I drink tea. But I don't order it when I go out because tea is like the IKEA of beverages. They give it to you in parts. They give you the hot water. They give you the tea bags. They give you the milk. And I feel kind of weird paying for something I have to make myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my time. I'm going to be handing that back to you.
Great.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Vaccines are going to be free where you are soon. Oh wow, I don't mind a freebie here and there. No, yeah. Well, at times are tough. So when I'm already organised in the sense for Christmas shopping, I'm thinking ahead. Yeah, that's right. So, and I think there are sometimes when I get gifts and they look better when they're wrapped than when you unwrap them. I think what I've got, for my foes and gifts that I've already got prepared for Christmas definitely will look better wrapped than unopened because, I have got these prepared nice little COVID kits. Oh, come on. A few months ago, they were worth like 150 to 200 pounds. So I can look like I was pretty rich, but no, these were free. And they will look good, nice, sparkling, wrapping paper and so forth. But then, as you were saying, Goldberg, made in China, will these last until Christmas? Will they last? Oh, shit. So, because they are made in China, obviously. Anyway, lovely. I'm really glad to be having our final act of this evening. So yes, it has been a nice, quite intimate night. It's really cool to have them back for our improv. So this is sort of a story from scratch, and I will give the floor to them, and they are sort of the experts on this. So if we can sort of have a nice warm round of applause.
Cheers.
Can you get us both on screen? That's the
there we
two
go.
of us. Is that possible, technically speaking?
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yep, you're on both on screen. Okay. Yeah.
So, Brooke, what do we
Yes, sir.
ask for? How do we want to kick off?
I keep an open mind. How about you? Would you like a suggestion?
Let's just get a one sort of suggestion. Could we get?
You know what?
Well,
I think hold that thought. Grab the suggestion. My kids are coming through the door. Let me just mute for a second.
This is all. This is just to keep us on our toes.
Ask your kids for a suggestion.
I will. We need a suggestion to improvise from. Give me one word or anything you like. Banana.
A banana.
Thank you. Yeah, the suggestion is banana.
Banana.
I feel optimistic.
Brian, you look optimistic. I don't know.
I was hoping you'd say it. I was hoping at least you'd see the optimism in my eyes, if not the reasons why.
Yeah, we've been here before, Brian. What is it this time? You're so fucking optimistic.
It's an opportunity to evolve.
Huh? What? What? I was talking over you, so I couldn't hear what you said.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Carl.
That's fine, Brian. This is what's happening all the time in our relationship now. except when we just go completely silent and have nothing left to say to each other. And I don't know what to do about it. We're either talking over each other or we're not saying anything at all.
Maybe we've been in this old donut shop too many years.
I'm sorry. You were saying the donut shop.
Nah,
I heard you say this.
I interrupted you.
No, I'm sorry. Listen, Brian, the donut shop, okay? The donut shop's the whole reason why your optimism about anything seems to me to be completely misplaced.
I agree about the donut shop, Carl. I don't think it's misplaced. I really do think this.
We're getting no customers. Nobody comes here anymore since you vomited over one of our customers.
Nobody comes here. Nobody comes here. Oh, nobody comes here.
Nobody comes here to buy donuts. We're known as the Vomit Donut Shop now.
Well, maybe nobody comes here to buy donuts, but Scranton Police Department comes here and we give them donuts. We're helping keep crime off the streets.
I understand you're trying to look on the bright side, Brian, but giving free donuts to the Scranton Police Department doesn't keep us with a roof over our head. Now, you know, we don't talk enough. And when we do, we talk over each other. But you got to understand, optimism isn't about living in some fucking la-la land Pollyanna thing. It's about maybe looking on the bright side. We have no bright side at the moment. We're going out of business. The only people who come in here are cops who we hate.
I can't believe you haven't even had your coffee yet, Carl.
I don't need coffee. I don't need coffee anymore, Brian, to get into this state. This is how I wake up in the morning. The highlight of our day is when the fucking police department come in and ask for free fucking donuts. And you're smiling. There you go. You're smiling.
I'm sorry, I interrupted what you were saying with a smile. I'm not trying to minimize it. I understand the frustration. It's just today. It was something about the way the sun peeked over the skyscraper right before it passed over to the other bank skyscraper.
You are such a dreamer. You are such a dreamer. And I don't know how we keep the show on the road now. How? Because my heart's gone out of the donut business. My heart is like a fucking donut with a great big fucking hole in it. And I'm watching you, dreaming, looking at the stars, when next week you're not going to be able to afford to eat. You know? And I don't want my little brother to be in that position. I never did. I feel responsible. This was my business. I told you you'd have a great time here, and it has turned to shit. And I'm really sorry, but you gotta wake the fuck up.
I can't believe you haven't had your coffee yet.
I don't know what to say to you, Brian. You're my brother, and I love the shit out of you, but I just can't find the language to get through to you about just wising up a bit about the world. You know, this shop will have to close next week. We won't even have the fucking Scranton Police Department coming in anymore looking for free donuts. We'll have nothing. Nothing.
Well, I remember one time, big bro, when I was in my last Pinewood Derby match. It was my last one, and I lived for it. And what did I get? I didn't even place. And what did you tell me? One door closes and another one opens. One door closes and another one opens. My big brother Carl taught me that, and I told it to 12 of my friends over the years. And I'm optimistic. I know the doors of this donut shop are closing. And I know this Scranton PD never pays for a damn donut. But I'm feeling optimistic.
I got it.
One door closes, another one's going to open. That's your little brother talking. And you don't have to teach me any more lessons that I don't need to learn. No. I'm 39 years old, big bro.
I'm going to fucking talk over you here, Carl.
I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. You're making me tear up, you know. You're making me remember when I did have hope and I was optimistic, you know. And I'm real sorry that I'm on your case about being too optimistic and looking at the skyscrapers and the stars. But I just lost that somewhere along the way, you know. I just lost any kind of optimism I ever had. And the last thing I want is to squash your hope and your optimism and your cheerful disposition
You've been squashing my hope
fucking
and my
trouble.
optimism and my cheerful disposition since I was 12. That's all you do is smash my optimism.
Okay, listen.
I'm telling you.
Okay, Brian.
I'm feeling optimistic despite you.
I got it. You're making me feel like shit.
I'm sorry.
Now,
I talked over you.
No, man. I'm grateful to you. You're waking my heart up. You know, like for years, it's just got more negative. But you're waking my heart up, and yeah, maybe another door is going to open, and maybe it's going to lead to something just beyond giving free donuts to the Scranton Police Department. So what I'm going to do, Carl, is I'm going to hand over the donut shop to you, lock, stock, and barrel. I'm going to sit in a rocking chair on the porch, and I'm just going to see how life goes. And I hope it works out. But you know, I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore. So, long silences, talking over each other. Your best friend is the commissioner from the Scranton Police Department. Happy life. I'm checking out.
You're checking out, I'm checking out.
That's not very optimistic of you, Carl. Don't check out because I'm checking out. I'm just done. Don't.
I think you convinced me, Carl.
No. Shit. I've convinced you?
You finally got through.
I'm trying to give you some space to breathe and live, man, and not to be like me. Just take it. I'm giving you the donut shop. Holes and all. Really?
We're closing next week. You said it. I can't turn it around. Now I can't turn it around without you? Or are you telling me you're the dead weight? I can't figure it out anymore. I can't figure it out, Carl.
Welcome to the real world, Carl. I didn't mean to break your heart, but there you are. Life will do that to you. And I've done that to you. So fucking wake up.
I'm switching to coffee. That's our show, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Story.
Can I get a French crawler, please?
You pay for it?
Hungry, don't
You're not a police officer for Scranton, are you?
Is that Scranton, PA? Is that where you're from?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, cool. Coal mining town.
Brilliant. So that was our story from scratch. Lots of fun. Thank you so much. Thank you too. It's a nice, very cozy night. I would say cozy. It's probably cooler indoors than outdoors. Who knows? But thank you to our acts and those who are watching for that. So thank you for joining us for Goldberg, Joel. We are still live. Is there anything that anyone would like to share to the rest of the world? Are we all happy with our, I don't know, should we go into politics?
Yeah, I sell Amway products in case anyone, no, I'm sorry.
What's going on, Gareth? What's going on over there, Gareth?
Same old. Yeah. Different day.
Why would I want to say mold?
I had a pun from Mark because you got me thinking about puns all the time. Mine is this one I wrote this week is be careful pursuing a fetish for toes. It's important to get off on the right foot.
I like it. I like it.
No, here's some news. It's not really news. It's just what I've been doing. I just come back from Spain. I went to Spain, took all my jabs, did all my paperwork, and I went to Spain to take some ayahuasca. You know what ayahuasca is?
It's a drug of some kind, right?
Drug of some kind. It's a South American thing where shamans work with you, and it's a hallucinogenic drug in the same realm as like acid or psilocybin or magic mushrooms. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You asked what's going on in my life, and that's
what would tell us more now. Too. You got to finish the story a little bit.
Well, I was there for 5 days, and I did three trips, I guess you call them, or ceremonies, as they were called. And it was really astonishing. But it's to tell you about it would probably bore you to shit. Like it's explaining a dream that was fantastically interesting to them, but would actually send you into a coma if they started talking about it. But it was an amazing, incredible experience. And one day I'll tell you about it, but this is probably not the time. So I've opened the subject, but I'm just not going to get into it, guys.
He had a great time, and now he's married to an 89-year-old lady.
Yeah, but if you here's what happens if you get going.
Everything about the world of ayahuasca. How did you know that?
When you finally get through it all, you'll switch to orthodoxy Jewishness.
Peel the layers of the onion. That's what's going to come.
Yeah, you've done all your Deadhead concerts. Actually, you can do both. What'd you say, Goldberg? You're going to a concert next week. Which one?
Next month, I'm in Philly. Actually, I'm going to one in Philly and one in by Hershey. They're doing Hershey.
Who's the band? Who's the band?
Dead.
The Grateful Dead is still going?
Yeah, with John Mayer.
All right.
John Mayer.
Dang. Okay,
yeah,
keep
John
going.
Mayer is good. The John Mayer now plays with the Dead.
Wow.
Cool.
I confess I thought they were all dead, but that'll be an incredible gig.
Jerry Garcia.
Those guys can still stand up.
Yeah, actually they do.
It's a good vibe too, as well, isn't it? It's a great vibe at those Dead shows.
Amazing.
I'm slightly.
It's not even the concert; it's the whole scene.
Yeah, it's the people. It's
like
the network.
8 o'clock at night. I get there at 11 o'clock in the morning. It's like,
will you be looking for some mushrooms there or anything?
children's aspirin. That's what I need.
Oh yeah.
Go easy on that stuff.
That's not your code word for like magic mushrooms or psilocybin. That really is your
code word for magic mushroom. You know, they legalized in California. They legalized, pot, and they legalized cocaine. Yeah. But the people who use cocaine are still upset because they didn't legalize straws. So
that's so funny.
Big problem. I was actually going to vote in New York, in New Jersey. They put pot up for a referendum to legalize it, but I forgot to vote because I smoked too much pot.
Yeah.
Biden must have smoked a lot of pot. He can't remember much these days.
He was really surprised. His approval rating just dropped, and he was really shocked by it. Not about his approval rating, but that he's still president. He didn't.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I got a slight concern, Goldberg. What happens to your kids when you're away with all their aspirin?
Throw them. Their mother's a doctor.
Yeah.
Mark, you gonna leave us with some puns? Mark, you gonna give us a couple puns on the way out or something?
Well, yeah. Well, if you absolutely insist.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember any at the moment.
All right. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Sorry.
No, it's not a problem at all. I went to see the doctor about my prostate. I got the thumbs up. And while I was in reception, the woman, the secretary there in the practice, she said, "How can I help you?" I said, "Repeat prescription, please." She said, "Prescription, prescription, prescription." I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you. That was a lovely
Great sets, all three. Bloody good.